everybody. This is Ricky, my coach of the Virginia Victinis, and welcome to the PML finals. Um, yeah, we made it after trying twice to do it in the past. Once in Generation 8 Standard, and once in Generation 8 Little Cup, and get it completely unlucky on playoffs. Third time seems to be the charm. And we finally have made PML's finals this time in Generation 9 Standard. So yeah, great. This was only the second Wi-Fi league that I joined on Generation 9. First one 6v6, the other one was a 4v4. And yeah, we are looking to get a championship on this one. This week we are facing Upper Tier 54 and his Machesney Slowpokes, I believe. You can see the two teams in the matchup on the screen. For those of you who haven't followed the season, I guess the rules of the PML are very different, somewhat different to others leagues. The main thing I'm considering here is that it's open Terra in anything. Anything that you see on your screen right now can Terra, and it can Terra into anything. So it can get really crazy. Um, the two of the best Pokemons on the format are meeting in finals, those being Floramain versus Terra Dragonite. Absolutely terrifying monsters. And yeah, this should be an interesting game. It should be a fairly offensive game. If you don't know what Apertier is, he uploads his own content as well, several leaks. His play style is offense, offense, and then a little bit more of offense. So yeah, he doesn't play any ball game. And as you can see, he drafted a team that kind of does that, right? Um, so yeah, this, like I said, should be an interesting game. He has a super offensive team. I have a somewhat offensive team, but also with some balance and bulk in order to allows me to get the stuff going. But anyway, let's just talk about the teams a little bit. First of all, I just was looking at the stats of the seasons because I do that kind of stuff. And since that my man has never brought Avalok, Gastrodon, and Knucklestad to a game. So I will think it will be really weird that he will bring them to this game. If he brings them, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about them, but I don't think he will. I think he will just bring all his offense and try to, out offense me, basically. Just brute force through my team. With that being said, I definitely expect Dragonite and the uh, Toxtricity to come, as well as the Halucha. If I didn't have a Dondozo, that Dragonite will be extremely scary. But thank goodness I have a Dondozo. Um, Toxtricity is extremely scary. Luckily, I do have a Garchomp, but still, that's not a complete check to it because that thing gets basically stab bombers, which is terrifying. Plus, add the options to Terra, and it becomes even more scary. Opening that, I have Hawlucha with Terrain, which is also scary, and he likes to use it a lot. Um, However, that would imply that he does have to bring the Terrain Setter, which makes him have to take one of the Pokemon off his thing. One thing that you might have noticed between the first three Pokemon on his team is that they all are very scary, but they all have a hard time hitting Ghost types with their most scariest options, that being String Street Boomers and Close Combat, I guess, or Fighting Style in general, I guess. So thank goodness I have a Flurry Anyway, I don't know about Arcanine. I could see it coming, just because he likes using it. He does have Intimidate, and I do have, let me see, one, two, three, about you could say 4 or 5 physical attackers that are very good. So yeah, it could come in. Um, Low kicks, he just loves running that thing with different items, usually very offensive. So we'll have to count for that because defensively checking that thing is kind of difficult. So have to keep that in mind. And the last two options that I think he'll bring is either the Indeedee or the Grimmsnarl. Indeedee, it will purely be for support for the Halucha, I will guess, and maybe some screen shenanigans against setup. Whereas I think with the Dozo is not the most recommended thing unless you're going for a special setup, and I don't see much special setup on his team. Uh, So yeah, that's one thing. And the Grim Snarl is just annoying because prankster shenanigans, which kind of conflicts with the DD, so I don't expect both of them to come. But I've seen him bring both of them together before, so it is what it is. Basically, what he does is he plays the entire game with everything else, and he leaves the DD for the end game, where I guess the Green Snarl doesn't need to be running prankster shenanigans at the same time. That doesn't the terrain will not stop like stuff like light screen or reflect going up. It will just protect things that are on the ground from getting hit from status moves. But he likes to use the Grim Snarl offensively too. So that's gonna be another thing. All the other thing on concern will be that knuckle stack, just because Soul Cure is annoying and I'm not bringing anything with cover clock. But other than that, that's his team. Anyway, let's just with that long explanation, let's just go ahead and take a look at what I'm bringing and what I'm bringing and see what happens. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna start with our best Pokemon, of course, that being Wicked, the Shiny Flower main. He's gonna be holding a choice card because he outspeeds everything on his team, including the at +2 Toxtricity, so I'm not too worried about a Shift Gear set. That said, you can see that I am Terra Dark on this thing, mostly because if I'm able to bring this thing in, especially in front of something like a Green Snarl, I don't want to be worrying about him paralyzing me with a Prankster Thunder Wave, so we can just Terra Dark and just blow it away. If he light screams, we just two-shot it with a Moonblast. If not, then we just one-shot it, I think. We are running Modest because, like I said, it's faster than everything on his team. Uh, Shadow Ball is good spam as well. The Terra Dark also helps me, I guess, take sucker punches from things better. Don't take it very well from low kicks because it's a low kicks, but other than that is that. Mystical Fire to hit steel types if he decides to slice his Dragonite or something like that, and Side Shock just to hit. What does this Side Shock hit? There is something on his team that Side Shock hit, and I do not remember. Let me double check real quick. Oh, the Toxtricity. What am I saying? Yeah, to hit it super effectively. That's in case he doesn't have the option to Terastallize anymore. I know I can just one-shot it with the Side Shock. So yeah, that's Flormain. He's not the kill leader of the season, of course, that being Bronson, which is not coming this week. But yeah, his Pokemon is just extremely scary, and just by existing on the opponent rosters makes it easy for you to prep. So we'll see if Aperture is able to, adapt to it. Anyway, second member of the team is going to be our Kisame, holding a Chilanberry, which makes it a pseudo kind of check to the Toxtricity because, it can hit me with a cannot hit me with the electric moves plus the Chilanberry allows me to take two um, choice scarf bombers even from Modest and either kill it back or set up Star Rocks in his first to switch out. I don't think he will switch out, so I would just probably you know kill it with an air power in case he doesn't decide to terrestrialize. If he terrestrializes early, he kills me, but you know I don't have to worry about the Terra options anymore, which eventually becomes a net win. I firmly believe that the person that terrestrializes second per usually should win, but it is what it is. Um, except in certain occasions, I suppose. We are bringing a tank Shun set with enough speed to outspeed base 95s, which is the fastest thing on his team outside the Howlucha. Uh, I was gonna bring a set with Stealth Rocks and Spikes, which is basically what I bring in every week on this league, or at least almost every week. And it's good because he doesn't have the best options for removal. At the same time, I don't anticipate him giving me a bunch of free turns to set up a bunch of stuff. So I changed my mind last second, and I decided we're gonna bring just Stealth Rocks because that's all I need. And then we will have Fire Blast to hit things on the special side. Because he does have an Arcanine, like I said, Earth Power, same thing, two shots the Arcanine, and he 0.4% of the times two shots me with a Joe like play rough. So we should be winning that exchange. Dragon Tail in case my opponent decides to start trying to set up on me with his Lucha or his Dragonite. That should be a Rook Awakening, taking the Dragon Tail and getting shot up. Uh, but yeah, that's Dragonite. Sorry, that's Garchomp. Again, the biggest concern is the normal types. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the normal type spam on his team is the most dangerous thing. So the Chill Berry is the best item that we can run. although the Rob skin helps a lot with punishing his U-turns and physical attacks in general. Third member of the team is going to be our good old Vega, the Weavile, holding a life form with absolute adamant nature and enough speed for a adamant Howlucha. Because I don't think that if he brings Howlucha, he will bring a Jolly one. I'm taking a huge bet on that, but it is what it is. If that's what he brings, that's what he brings. Um, this is probably going to be my lead depending on what he brings. If he brings the low kicks, for example, if he brings low kicks, I'm 100% leading this because he may think that he has a free, um, first impression, which in theory is right, but this thing having fake out actually hits first, and then we can kill it with an ice spinner, assuming that he's just max speed and no bulk. Um, the calc says 100% combination fake out and speed will kill it. Could run Icicle Crash, which is stronger, but ice spinner is actually relevant this time because the terrain or his accessibility to terrain. So I'm just gonna run the 100% accurate move and be happy with it. Nice Life is just for stab and coverage. And Poison Jab is to hit the Grims now if he decides to bring it in. Thinking that it will be a good switch to this. Won't probably not kill it, but it will do a huge chunk. So yeah, we're running Terra still on this team because I mean realistically I could run Terra Ghost in my entire team and just call it a day, except Florida Main of course. But at the same time I don't yen, so I don't want to use all my gold shards. So we're running Terra still in case we absolutely need to Terra this team. Again, I don't anticipate. I had two Terra targets in this game, and I don't anticipate Weevil to be one of them, but it's good to have it, I guess, in case it's needed. Uh, so yeah, that's Weevil. He's been doing great the entire season, and hopefully he will put on one last great performance. Uh, Pokemon number 4 is gonna be your girl, Shine Dondoso. We are. This is probably not if not the most important Pokemon of the game, the second most important Pokemon of the game. I had to play with this very carefully because this thing is the only thing stopping my opponent from just annihilating me with uh, a choice card. Sorry, a Terra Dragonite or something like that. It's just a scary moment. Um, we're running Chestavary, which obviously means that we're running Rest. For the Chesto Resto strategies, we're running Curse, and we are running Avalanche and Body Press. I debated between which two attacking moves to run because I do need two attacking moves. I could run just Body Press because my opponent doesn't have a Ghost type, but at the same time, it doesn't hit. It hits the toxicity not super effectively, and I don't know, it just takes too much time to get going. And if this was a game endurance, that would be fine. But like I said, I prefer just plays offensively as hell, so probably not fine. Besides, Avalanche allows me to, surprise something like the Halucha trying to set up. There is a war in where he can bring Wall Breaker Halucha to try to get through my Dondoso with setup. But at the same time, an avalanche will completely destroy that. And if he's small breaker, then I don't have to worry about unburdening shenanigans, which is great, which means that Flutterman completely destroys it. So we had to play very carefully with this. I debated between going either defensively or special defensively. I decided to go with a standard special defense set because, well, first of all, my defense is huge. Curse allows me to, um, boost it even more and ignore my opponent's, I guess, stat boost, which is great. But at the same time, he doesn't have too many special attackers, but he could run something like Special Dragonite, knowing that he can never get past it and Doso, even with Thunder Punch, and try to run something like Thunderbolt and whatnot, or Drag Commuters. Because I will ignore the special attack drop. So that's why we are just going with the special set, because it becomes rather bulky, and it allows me to take one hit or two and either rest or counter attack. I don't need to sweep with this Pokemon. I just need to withstand some couple threats and just kill one or two things and should put me on good path to win the game. As you can see, this is probably my other Terra target this game in Bingos because once again, it removes weaknesses to stuff. It, it, it removes my weakness to what you call it, overdrive, which is great. It also completely makes me immune to boom burst, which is great. Makes me immune to fighting attacks from, I guess, the Hawlucha, or makes me neutral against a Thunder Punch from Hawlucha with Maul Breaker. And at the same time, it does, makes me immune against. It's just good, okay? It's just good on this matchup, as in that I don't think my opponent expected. If he does, he's great. But uh, yeah, Donde key member of the team for this matchup. He has been great this entire season. The funny thing is actually that I didn't draft this Pokemon. I wanted to draft it, but Prettier actually sniped me from it. But right after the draft, during the um, I guess grace period, he decided he wanted to drop it. So I work it out so I can pick it up as soon as he dropped it, which has been great for me. I truly believe Dondoso is one of the teams that puts the team together. Even though the team has a lot of good pieces, like the three Pokemons before this, you just need a good defensive core, and Donoso has been absolutely incredible, especially in a meta where stuff like Terra, Roaring Moon is allowed. This team just stops so much. So yeah, she's been great. I'm just asking for one more good performance, and we'll be good to go. Pokemon number 4 is going to be the Tier 4 Breloom. Still shocked that I can say that, but anyways, yeah. If he doesn't bring the low kicks, this is probably going to be my lead. Realistically, unless he dedicates an item specifically to stop Spore, I can just leave this and either Spore because he doesn't have a grass type, I believe, or anything with Overcoat. Let me double check. Yeah, that's correct. Uh, or I can just, if it leads with something that's faster than me, that's going to ball switch or U-turn, I can just click rock turn, hit something that's coming in, make it slower than me, and just smack it the next turn with a Spore, a Elusive, or a Close Combat. I'm not bringing, even though I'm bringing Technician to power the ball as a seed and the drop tone, I'm not bringing Mach Punch because, well, he has terrain, and second of all, it's not really strong against his flying types. Um, so yeah, close combat actually he's like a truck. So yeah, I mean he might not expect me to run that, right? If I'm him, I expect, oh yeah, brilliant, he has Mad Punch, but no. Um, so yeah, normally this will be my lead 100%, but if he brings the stupid low kicks, I don't want him U-turning out on me. Because it puts me at Sash or close to Sash, and I get nothing out of it. I'd rather get rid of that Pokemon as soon as possible. So yeah. Bailun, he hasn't been performing as well as I would like it to be, just to show people that it was a mistake to make it a tier 4. But he's been great, he's been reliable, and hopefully, we'll put on a show and we'll show people that they shouldn't sleep on this Pokemon. And last but not least, making its debut of the season. Yes, that's right. I know I said that I don't think that my opponent is going to bring any of the Pokemon that he hasn't brought during the entire season, and I'm doing the exact same thing. We have Slimer the Mog. Uh, we grabbed this Pokemon week 2 as part of the transactions because we didn't have a grounded poison, and I've been trying to find an excuse to bring this thing every single week, and I never had an excuse to bring it. There's always there's something to bring. So picture me surprised when I'm looking at this matchup and I'm like, you know what, Mock's not horrible this game, especially because it's very especially defensive bulkly, which is a good decent answer to a complete sweep from Toxtricity. But at the same time, um, um, I don't expect hazards from my opponent except toxic spikes because he loves running his toxic spikes on Toxtricity. I had fought him very recently against in a different league on the BBR, and he brought his choice Scarf Toxtricity, and I believe that thing still had toxic spikes. Toxic spikes are not the NVN of the entire team for my team, especially since I decided to change my Dondoso set to Res instead of just Curse Protect. Uh, but um, I don't want them up. They're annoying. And like I said, this Pokemon is just a good pivot to Toxtricity and the likes, especially with the Assault Vest. So I don't know if this is a mistake or not. I cannot justify bringing anything else over it, to be honest with you. like I said, it could be a mistake, and if it is, then so be it. I lose, and it is what it is. But for what it's worth, we're bringing Slimer. Um, he is gonna be running an Animag Nature, but a completely specially defensive spread with the Assault Vest to be able to tank hits from the Toxtricity. I understand he can ball switch out, but that doesn't really win him anything, and I don't think anything on his team wants to get chipped by this. Poison Jab is my main stab, so that's helpful against the Toxtricity. Also, this is kind of like my always switch to Grimmsnarl because Grimmsnarl doesn't do anything to me, um, except maybe, I guess, uh, parting shotting, but if that's what it is. Sang Headbutt is to hit specifically Toxtricity. It's a two-shot on any set of Toxtricity that hasn't Terra, which is great. Break again to break Screams if he decides to go into Grimmsnarl, which is fantastic for me. And Ice Punch is going to be the last move to hit his flying types. I don't need to kill I don't need to kill the Dragonite on one hit. I just need to break his scale. Once I break his scale, I'm good to go. I can just force it to Terra into whatever it is, and then come with Flutter Mane and just annihilate it with whatever move of choice is needed. Um, so yeah, Sticky Hole is mostly to prevent him from tricking me with something like the Grimmsnarl or the Indeedee. Granted, it's not the best switch to an Indeedee, but it is what it is, right? If we had to take the hit, we'll take the hit, but there will be no tricking shenanigans. Um, from a choice card Indeedee, which I could see him bringing, or a choice specs Indeedee, because I could also see him bringing. The fact that we do have a pure dark type, natural dark type in Weavile prevents him, should deter him from just clicking Psychic Spam. So that's great. I haven't changed the Terra on this Pokemon, and I may change it. I'm thinking that I could change it to I don't know. I may change it into something else. Although that would tempt me to Terra it, and I don't think I need to Terra it. If it goes early, goes early. But the main reason to have this Pokemon in the first place is for you just to come in on Toxtricity and remove Toxic Spikes. Because I don't want it on the field, in case it's not obvious, right? So yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rambling. I've been here for a while, but yeah, no, that's the team. That's what we're bringing for the finals, and hopefully we can finally call ourselves PML champions, at least on the draft league. Um, so yeah, we'll see you on the game. Bye now. All right, everybody, welcome to the match. And we are good to go. Let me just say, we'll have fun. We'll have fun to up tier. He brought, yeah, okay, there's no Grimmsnarl. So the Poison Jab on Weavile is useless, but at the same time, I wonder what the Halucha is if he doesn't. Oh, it's Terrain Halucha, obviously. Okay. Yeah, he brought the scary team. It is what it is. We'll handle it whatever way we had to handle. Like I said, the lead is always Weavile and Fake Out. He doesn't have an immunity to it, so that's great. And yeah, we go from that. He has two special attackers, assuming that the Arcanine is a physical attacker, but then again, so could be the it could be the I guess the Dragonite. We'll see. This should be a fun match. All I want is a clean, non-haxy game, and that's all I can ask for, right? Okay, called it. All right. So let's see. Luxis versus Weavile. Fake Out should be doing about 25 to 30%. He could switch out to Arcanine, and if he does, good on him. I'm just gonna go for the Fake Out. All right, we get it. Fantastic. That seems like 25 to 30%. He flinches so he can't move. All right, so he could go to Arcanine. I do not care. He's gonna Sucker Punch. Almost kills me. That's fine. He's also Life Orb. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna Ice Spinner him into Oblivion, I would guess. Let's go. Okay. All right. So that was almost a 1-for-1 trade, which I will take, I guess. All right. So depending on what he goes, I guess we find out what some of his sets are, because Um, he shouldn't have anything faster than me unless he's Scarf or he has String Spirit priority. Alexa Blitz. Okay. He could string speed, and if he string speeds, that's fine. At least I will know about what item do you have. I'm just gonna try to go for the damage. Solid damage. That is offensive. That must be offensive. He's gonna flame charge on me. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. No, this is fine. So he's faster than the Garchomp now. That is okay. I could go into you and just smack it. That will leave my Garchomp still alive. Actually, I think I'm gonna do that. If he is play rough, that will be the only issue. So let's go Brilliant and put it to sleep. How about that? Because he could be Terra Fairy, which will be the scary part. I'm just gonna try to Spore. He should kill me with whatever move he goes for. This man loves his flame charge sets. All right, please don't get a burn. That's all I need. We managed to survive. He gets the burn. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We should still kill it. I mean, we get a turn with Garchomp, I guess. Ah, man, this is so unfortunate. But you know, it is what it is. We could go to Dondozo, but I don't think there is a point. So we go Garchomp. We kill it with a thing. We could use the free turn to set up a Stealth Rock, I guess. Even if you're offensive. No, this thing is my answer to. He has a guaranteed turn to sleep. No, actually, I need to set up the Stealth Rock. If he does what he does, he does. I doubt that he switches. There's no reason for him to switch. He's gonna switch. Let's go. Okay, what are we going into? Aska? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. He must be like Terra flying or something, I will guess, because otherwise why do you bring this into this? Hopefully he just goes for the burn burst here. Burst, I guess. And I tank it. Where is my drink? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's see what my main is gonna try to do. He's gonna Sludge Bomb. That's interesting. He doesn't get the poison, which is fantastic for me. We send it out, which is fantastic. And he didn't get the poison, which is great. Back into the Arcanine. Let's go! Let's go! And this thing has a guaranteed turn to sleep. I do not care about this. He has a guaranteed turn to sleep, so I could kill it with this and not show him that I have the special hit. Because I don't expect him to go to anything else. What is the punish? The punish will be missing and he being able to attack me. I'm just gonna Air Power, man. Alright, we cook it. Very good. I'm gonna see my Garchomp. Custom set versus Toxtricity. He went into this. Okay. There is a Psychic Search, which is annoying, but you know, it is what it is. We don't have the best switches to this. So I guess we just go for the Air Power. See what happens. Alright, he's not a Scarf. That's good to know. Oh, that's a critical hit. I'm so sorry. He's gonna Shadow Ball. Okay. He is Life Orb. Ooh. Okay. So he could go to the Howlucha. He could go to the thing. I'm just gonna Fire Blast. He could just be expecting me to kill it here. He's Life Orb. Very nice. All right, we cook it with the Fire Blast, which is great. There goes that. All right. So he's protecting me from String Speed here. Naya Ajax is Dragonite. Okay. All right. We just go for the Dragon Tail. If he kills me, he kills me. That's fine. He is gonna Terra Flying, Terra Steel, Terra Fairy. Okay. Nice play. Because he can Dragon Dance here right now without me hitting it, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I have a Dondozo on the back. I'm not too worried about this. Yeah, that's annoying. But you know, it is what it is. Especially if he touches me. Can I give you something else? I really shouldn't. He's heavy duty boots, so we know that. Okay, I guess we just give you this. This is interesting. Why are you doing this in the face of a Garchomp? Alright, we break his scale, which is great for us. Yeah, this is annoying, but it is what it is, right? He's just gonna Terra Blast, that's fine for me. That's fine with me, I guess. Unfortunately, that doesn't make physical contact, so he won. Do that. But that is fine. Alright. So we can go into Dondozo. Alright, so a Dragonite that is obviously heavy with boots. Dondozo. Dondozo. A custom size versus a Dragonite. Dragonite, Fancy Dragon Dance. Level 50. If you're Terra Fairy, where is Fairy? Okay. Yeah, shouldn't be doing much of anything. I'm gonna predict him to go into the Toxtricity here. He's just gonna Terra Blast. Okay. That shouldn't do much, right? Yeah, that doesn't do much at all. Okay. Yeah, we curse here. He's just gonna Terra Blast. Okay. We take the hit, which is great. We increase our defense and our special defense. Oh, sorry, our attack and our defense. We just rest here. I just need him to switch. That's all I need him to do. He doesn't crit me, thank freaking god. Okay, we're just gonna rest. Alright, this is saving our life right now. Oh, that was so scary. That was so scary. Alright, we avalanche here. I just need to either scare this out or just kill it. One of the two. Okay, this is not good for you. Yeah, that is like really not good for you. I think he thought that I was gonna curse or something. Are you Maul Breaker? He's not Maul Breaker. Alright, should this kill you? He doesn't kill you. That's unfortunate. Alright, I don't know what you're gonna try to do with this, but I'm just gonna avalanche. He's just gonna close combat. That's no damage, which is great for me. and I can just avalanche you again, right? Okay. So I think we had this pretty much on lockdown. I said that there was no point in him setting up with Dragonite, and as long as he didn't crit me, and it was like dang close, I guess. Ooh, he tried though. Haska? Yeah, right. So this monster. I don't believe I need to switch. I think I can just Terra and Avalanche here. Because he's not gonna hit me with whatever move. He's gonna go Burn Burst, and that's not gonna hit me. If he hits me with a if he hits me with a let's go. Oh, there is the Ghost Dondozo. If he hits me with a Overdrive, he doesn't kill me. Um, so he's just gonna Overdrive. That's fine. But that's assuming that this kills you now, right? Hey, let's go. Ah, Dondozo, Dondozo. What a freaking monster, man. Okay. Yeah, we just Avalanche. He's just gonna try to keep Terra Blasting. That is completely fair. Without a crit, that doesn't do anything. Yeah. And I Avalanche to finish it up. Ah, I didn't. Okay. Cool. Whatever you do, you can triumph for the rest, but I think Dondozo got this, man. We live it. Holy cow. Alright, and just like that, we're gonna take the title for the PML Wi-Fi League. Let's go. Alright, well thank you for the game. I am whew, trio. That's a solid game. And we didn't even need to use Flurming, which is great. But yeah, no, I was so nervous. You don't understand. It seems like it was a comfortable win, but me deciding to go with the special attack on the Dondozo ended up costing me a little bit because I was so nervous. If he crit me once with that Terra Blast, once, I lost this game. So anyway, we're gonna take the title, I guess. So happy that third time was the charm, I guess, for this league, and finally we get the title, which is fantastic. If you follow the season, thank you for watching. If you watch this far, thank you for watching. And yeah, the Virginia Victinis are your PML Draft League Wi-Fi Division champions. Thank you. Bye now.